Hello, my lovely trilobites and fossil fam. New elf gloss. And I'm going to try the Pokemon palette again while I ask you a question, because I am not sure if I am the a-hole in this situation or not, or not. And I need your help. And I don't want to type it on Reddit because I'm lazy. And I have bifocal contact lenses now, and I'm like, yeah. Let's see what color this is. I thought it would be... This is very scented. This might be a topper. Okay. I hope this isn't plumping. Anyway, it's cute. We're going to try it. Oh, I also got this. I was in Sephora and I smelled the new Kayali rock sugar scent. It smelled okay on the paper, but when I put it on me, it smelled bad. Like, it did not smell good. I'm like, oh, thank God I tested that in store. And then I tried one of the new Sol de Janeiro scents. I can't try a lot of their stuff because it has almond, but the one didn't, and I was very underwhelmed. And then I found this whey spray thing that's like for your hair and yourself, the St. Bart's one. This smells so stupid good. I smell delicious. Okay. Not the point. Not the point. We're going to do eye makeup, and if it sucks, I'll just wash my face. It's fine. Okay, so my husband and I, we've had like the same friends for a really long time. Like decades. Okay? And which is awesome. Like, I don't have to explain like, oh, I'm autistic. Fine. Sometimes they date people. And sometimes those humans come to my house. And this one particular human, I've met a few occasions, and she's come over, this was like her third time coming over for like a barbecue and bonfire type situation. Okay. And every time she comes to our house, she likes taking a lot of selfies. Might help if I put eye primer on. I just did that. Now I feel special. Okay, so she's been to our house a few times, and every time she comes to our house, she takes selfies of herself in our house, and it's kind of weird. And in particular, it's in front of the wall that I have the papyrus on. Like, I went to Egypt over a decade ago. I went to a papyrus factory, brought back gorgeous, they're hanging up. They're amazing. She really likes to take selfies in front of my papyrus that are hanging on the wall. Okay. And I find this hilarious because, unbeknownst to her, she thinks that the cute doodles, they're not doodles. It's my name. There's that. I have yet to tell her that the cute doodles are actually my name phonetically written on there, because it's just too funny. And I figure if she's posting them, someone is eventually going to like look at them and, read it, in theory. Apparently it hasn't happened yet, but I'm waiting for that. So my husband and this guy, our guy friend, they're in the garage. My husband got a new lawnmower, and he's like, hey, look at my lawnmower. It's awesome. And she's like, oh my God, you got to look at my new water bottle. And I'm like, I thought she was like kidding, And she's like, this water bottle was $250. And my brain's like you're kidding. Like my brain's like, this isn't really happening. Like she must be joking with you. And I'm like, okay, we'll play along. And I'm like, oh, great. So she's talking about her new water bottle, and I was like, oh, that's pretty expensive. Like, does it do anything? Does it do anything, special or cool or whatever? And because I thought we were, she's like, yeah, it hydrogenates my water. And I'm like laughing. Like, at this point, I think we're roasting water bottles. Like, that's what I think's going on in my brain. So I'm like cracking up laughing. I'm like, oh my God, it's so funny. I was like, ha 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 ha. And I'm like, you know what my water bottle does? And she's like, what? And I'm like, mine turns it into dihydrogen oxide. Like, it's so cool. Like, I know. I thought we were kidding. Okay, I thought she was in on this from the, like, she brought up the water bottles. I really thought that she was making fun of them with me. Okay. Apparently not. And then I just felt strange, and I had a lot of questions. And, but they were like the questions, like, so my husband and him, they come in from the garage, and after oogling whatever lawnmower thing is going on, and she like runs up to this guy, and she's like, oh my God, I need a new water bottle. Like, hers does stuff better than mine. And he's like, what the hell are you talking about? And she's like, tell him what your water bottle makes. And I'm like, dihydrogen oxide? Like, water? I was kidding. She didn't know I was kidding. She legitimately thought that I don't even know. I have so many questions. Okay. I'm like, this can't be real. Like, you have to be kidding. Like, there's no way. And then I'm trying not to keel over, laugh, and, die at this point. And then basically they were like, you should just Google that, because I just can't explain. I can't explain that. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So my niece called me the other day. So I know it's bad, because, my nieces and nephews, and between my husband and I, there's 12 of them. So this does not really narrow it down. There's a lot of them. And when they call me, I know something's like, I know they want something, because why else would they like physically call me? So the one niece calls me, who's in grad school on the coast, and I'm, in the Midwest. So there's that. That's important to note. She calls me and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm good. How are you? Like, what do you want? But I'm not going to say that. And she's like, what are you doing in August? And I'm like, I'm having my birthday. Thanks for asking. Like, what are you doing in August? And she, is having a panic attack, because I'm pretty sure she forgot my birthday, because that's just amusing to me. And I'm like, I'll wait for you to go on Facebook and find my birthday, because that's funny. But, so I waited while she pretended to do that without me, knowing. Sure. She comes back and she's like, well, what are you doing the first week of August? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Probably just, me and Uncle blah, blah, blah. I'll be doing research, and he's normal job. He's an engineer. Okay, just normal adult work stuff. Cool. She's like, well, me and my friends were like thinking we could come to your house. And I'm like, you live on the East Coast. Why do you want to come to Chicago? And I know why. Like, I've already figured it out in my brain. Okay, my brain's already been like, oh, we're screwed. But I want to see her explain this, because it's amusing. So I'm like, okay, yeah, what's going on? And she's like, well, we were thinking maybe my friends and I could stay at your house, because we want to go to Lollapalooza. And I'm like, I'm so screwed. So she's like, but we can't find a place downtown. And I'm like, big shocker. They book that like a year in advance. Like, you're just now thinking of this? You're screwed. But since I live in somewhat, I'm in the Chicago burbs, apparently I'm a prime candidate for this. So she's like, yeah, would you be able to like pick us up from the airport and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I could do airport pickup like on a Wednesday evening, and like, that's fine. And she's like, well, I Googled it on the map, and you're not that far away from where it's being held. And I'm like, apparently you didn't zoom in on the map. Like, you probably just saw this big blob of Lake Michigan and just thought we were here and here. Like, zoom in. I didn't say that, though. I'm like, uh-huh. She's like, so you could, like, take us in the morning on your way to work and then, like, pick us up when it's over. At this point, I was crying laughing. I'm literally crying laughing. I'm like, Yeah, traffic's gridlocked. We don't even go, no, we don't drive downtown during Lollapalooza or festivals. Like, it's legit gridlocked. You can't get anywhere. It's terrible. I'm like, there is no situation where I will be driving you to, like, you guys are in your 20s. Like, you do not need me to drive you anywhere. So, for some unprofound reason, she thought I would be personally shuttling them to and from this event every morning and evening for 4 days in a row, with festival and rush hour traffic downtown Chicago. No. I was like, you know what? We live like a mile away from the metro station. I'm used to DC where we say metro, but here you say metro. It's a thing. It's annoying. No one cares. Fine. So I was like, we live less than a mile from the metro station. I was like, I will drop you off there on my way to work. You can take the metro all the way to downtown Chicago. You can do your little whatever it is that you're going to do, and then you can take it on the way home. And then I can pick you up whenever you get in. And she's like, but we might not get in till like 3 a.m. And I'm like, yeah, make sure you have your uncle's phone number, because I kind of, sleep like a zombie. So if not, just walk. It's less than a mile. You're in your 20s. You're fine. So she's like, but then don't we have to get up really early to take the metro to get back? And I was like, obviously. She's like, when are we going to sleep? I'm like, when you're 40, like I am. And, that's when sleeping occurs. So she was very perplexed. She thought that when we were stuck in traffic for several hours, that her and her friends, we would have like a cooler in my CRV, and that they could sleep and eat and do their makeup and do snacks and stuff while we were, in transit. And I'm like, no. Like I like you, but I don't like you enough to take you to and from a downtown festival 4 days in a row. Like, that's just not going to happen. And she's like, well, what about Saturday and Sunday when you don't work? And I'm like, yeah. I still have stuff to do, minion. Like, I'm not shuttling you around. That's not where we're going here. So she was very disappointed when I told her I would not be personally shuttling her to and from Lollapalooza in my air-conditioned CRV that's very comfortable with pillows and a cooler, that she would have to take the public transportation system with her friends. Yeah. I haven't heard back. She's like, I'll get back to you. And I'm like, you do that. Because I know that would be horrible. The thought of, oh my God, Lord, no. No. This shimmer in here, I'm not really a fan of this shimmer. This shimmer right here, it's kind of grainy and I don't really like it. It does not have the pigment that I currently am desiring. Hold please, I'm going to go get my shimmers that I love, and I will return momentarily. Just to put this in perspective, these are my indie singles, like my indie single shadows, and then this is the ColourPop one. I don't know what's up with my lighting. Sorry about that. This one, it's not gonna cut it. I'm going into my Chaos Dirt singles, by the way. Like, I require more oomph. Like, ColourPop is just not, these indie brands are just killing it, dude. They just can't, like, I love my single eyeshadow collection, by the way, which I have swatched the entirety of in previous videos, which you can go find if you're curious. But I require more oomph for this. With my Chaos Dirt shimmers, which are so good. So good. Or the other ones. Can you tell I have a green and yellow problem? Can you? Do we not know that yet? Okay. Here's the thing. LYS blush. I have a code with them now. It's LYS Beaker, and it's affiliated. I have to tell you that. If you want to use it, you can save like 20%. Anywho, that's not why I'm using this blush. It's a cream product, and I need to use it up. But anyway, that's not the point. I'm really grouchy because yesterday I thought it would be like a really good idea to commit to going to lunch with people today. And now that it's today, I don't want to go. I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, this smells so good. So good. And I need to change my clothes and prepare for the, what I'm about to get into. So, sorry, there's no face powder or face spray on yet. But the LYS does, well, it could be the highlighter too. It does emphasize a little bit of texture, but my skin actually has texture. So, I'm okay with it. And it's going to rain, so I might put a little bit of the Dior over top just to, like, you know, blend it out a little bit. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye, guys. See you later. Have fun. Go reading. Have fun with your water bottles. Just kidding. This is going to be so bad. Oh, this is not going to go over. Okay, bye.